biggest backing for Muslim quota. Lalu Yadav pushes for Muslim reservation.
मंडल कमीशन मैंने लागू किया था। अब आरक्षण सामाजिक आधार होता है, धर्म आधार नहीं होता है।
Prime Minister Modi hits back at the opposition alliance.
ये इंडिया अलायंस का कहना है कि ये पूरे का पूरा आरक्षण छीनकर मुसलमानों को दे देंगे। ये अपने वोट बैंक को पक्का करना चाहते हैं।
Samajwadi Party jumps in, takes on the BJP.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोग कभी नहीं चाहते कि पिछड़े दलित आदिवासी हक सम्मान पाएं।
The big Muslim quota war is our top focus on 6 p.m. Prime. So the RJD Supremo Lalu Yadav saying Muslims should get full reservation has added fuel to the quota fire. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says this exposes the opposition India Alliance's game plan to change the constitution. According to the BJP, steal reservation given in the constitution to SC, ST and OBC and give it to Muslims instead. The BJP insists the Congress has already changed the constitution and will do so again, triggering intense war of words during phase 3 of this election. Now, despite Lalu Yadav's clarification that he is batting for quota not on religious grounds but on social grounds, this fire continues to rage. We get to this big debate, but first, as always, the headlines. Muslim quota war escalates. Lalu Yadav says Muslims should get full quota. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says opposition wants religion-based quota for Muslim appeasement. Lalu furiously backpedals after Prime Minister Narendra Modi's attack.
ये इंडिया अलायंस का कहना है कि ये पूरे का पूरा आरक्षण छीनकर मुसलमानों को दे देंगे। वोट बैंक को पक्का करना चाहते हैं।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi casts his vote in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, flanked by Union Home Minister Amit Shah. The Prime Minister also interacts with voters.
हमारे देश में दान का एक महात्म्य है और उसी भाव से देशवासी ज्यादा से ज्यादा मतदान करें।
No relief for Delhi Chief Minister yet. Supreme Court to hear Arvind Kejriwal's plea on Thursday. Next, Arvind Kejriwal's judicial custody in the Liquorgate case extended till the 20th of May. Biggest ever black money seizure by the Enforcement Directorate. Jharkhand cash mountain seizure mounts to 32 crore rupees. Minister Alamgir Alam's help arrested. Major success for security forces in the Kulgam encounter in Jammu and Kashmir. 3 Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorists, including a top terror commander, Basit Dar, gunned down. RJD Supremo Lalu Prasad Yadav has added fuel to the Muslim quota fire, saying Muslims should get full quota. The BJP jumped on this issue, insisting this proves, according to the BJP, opposition India Alliance members are out to deny the scheduled caste, the scheduled tribe and the OBCs their full quota and give it to Muslims as part of appeasement politics instead. The BJP said it's happened in Karnataka with Muslims getting 4% quota out of the OBC pie, and this was only the trailer. If the opposition India Alliance wins, Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar's constitution would be changed for Muslim appeasement politics. Lalu Yadav, of course, was quick to issue a clarification saying quota not on the basis of religion, but caste. Our political bureau with our top story.
Reservations continue to reverberate on the campaign trail. RJD chief Lalu Prasad pushed for job quotas for Muslims.
भड़का रहे हैं, डर के मारे इतना डर गए हैं कि भड़का रहे। आरक्षण के पक्षधर है ना, वो तो संविधान को खत्म करना चाहते हैं, लोकतंत्र को खत्म करना चाहते हैं। ये इस बात को जनता के जहन में सारी बात आ गई है तो इस तरह की बात बदल रिजर्वेशन तो मिलना चाहिए मुसलमानों को।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi seized on Lalu Prasad's proposal, attacked the former Bihar Chief Minister in a stinging election speech.
उनके एक नेता जो चारा खाने के कारण जेल में है, अच्छा उन्होंने क्या कहा? ऐसे हाथ पछाड़ के बोल रहे हैं, मुसलमानों को आरक्षण मिलना चाहिए। और सिर्फ आरक्षण नहीं मिलना चाहिए, वो कहते हैं कि पूरा का पूरा आरक्षण मुसलमानों को मिलना चाहिए। इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? एससी, एसटी, ओबीसी समाज को जितना आरक्षण मिला है वो छीनकर ये लोग पूरा का पूरा आरक्षण मुसलमानों को देना चाहते हैं।
Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister intensified the political offensive, describing Lalu Prasad's remarks as a prime example of the opposition's appeasement politics.
बाबा साहब भीमराव अंबेडकर धर्म के आधार पर आरक्षण के विरोधी थे। उन्होंने कहा धर्म के आधार पर कोई आरक्षण नहीं हो सकता, लेकिन कांग्रेस को, समाजवादी पार्टी आरजेडी को जब भी अवसर मिलेगा, ये अनुसूचित जाति, जनजाति और पिछड़ी जाति के आरक्षण के अधिकार पर सेन लगा करके इन्हें जबरन अल्पसंख्यकों को देने का कुत्सित प्रयास करें।
As the BJP stepped up its onslaught, Lalu Prasad clarified his stance, asserting that job reservations are determined by social structure, not religion.
मंडल कमीशन मैंने लागू किया था। हम आरक्षण सामाजिक आधार होता है, धर्म आधार नहीं होता है। अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी ने संविधान समीक्षा आयोग बना दिया था।
The Samajwadi Party meanwhile challenged the BJP again, raising concerns over reservations for economically disadvantaged communities.
जो आरक्षण की मूल भावना थी उससे खिलवाड़ हुई है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोग कभी नहीं चाहते कि पिछड़े, दलित, आदिवासी हक सम्मान पाएं। इसीलिए वो संविधान से छेड़खानी की तैयारी है। आप खुद जानते हैं कि जनरल में लोग पहुंच जाते थे, जनरल में क्यों नहीं अब पहुंच पा रहे पिछड़े और दलित तो आदिवासी? ये किसने पाबंदी लगाई, किसने रोका?
Job quotas continue to shape the electoral landscape, with the Muslim factor emerging as a pivotal flashpoint. Bureau Report, India Today.
And former UPA chairperson Sonia Gandhi hit out at Prime Minister Narendra Modi and claimed it was the divisive politics of the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party that had led to the situation that had come to such a pass in the country today in these elections. Listen in.
आज देश के हर कोने में युवा बेरोजगारी, महिलाएं अत्याचार, दलित, आदिवासी, पिछड़े और माइनॉरिटीज भयंकर भेदभाव झेल रहे हैं। ऐसा माहौल प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी और भाजपा की नीयत की वजह से है। उनका ध्यान किसी भी कीमत पर सिर्फ सत्ता हासिल करना है। राजनीतिक लाभ के लिए नफरत को बढ़ावा दिया है। कांग्रेस पार्टी और मैंने हमेशा सभी की तरक्की और वंचितों को न्याय दिलाने के साथ देश को मजबूत करने के लिए संघर्ष किया। आज मैं फिर आपका समर्थन मांग रही हूँ। हमारा न्याय पात्र और हमारी गारंटी का मकसद भी देश को एकजुट रखना और गरीबों, युवाओं, महिलाओं, किसानों, श्रमिकों और वंचित समुदाय को ताकत देना है। कांग्रेस और इंडिया गठबंधन संविधान और लोकतंत्र की रक्षा के लिए समर्पित है। सभी के उज्जवल भविष्य के लिए कांग्रेस को वोट दे और साथ मिलकर मजबूत और एकजुट भारत बनाए।
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi has launched one attack after the other on the Congress, saying that the party was not just tinkering with Baba Saheb Ambedkar's constitution, but was also giving Pakistan a clean chit on terror. He attributed it to this appeasement politics, the Muslim appeasement politics, as the BJP claims of the Congress party.
चारा घोटाले में जिन्हें अदालत ने दोषी करार दिया, उन्होंने आज मीडिया के सामने साफ साफ कहा है कि इंडी गठबंधन की सरकार आई तो देश में मुसलमानों को आरक्षण देंगे, और सिर्फ आरक्षण देंगे इतना ही नहीं, बल्कि पूरा का पूरा आरक्षण देंगे। ये इंडी अलायंस का कहना है कि ये पूरे का पूरा आरक्षण छीनकर मुसलमानों को दे देंगे। यानी एससी, एसटी, ओबीसी और गरीबों से छीनकर ये अपने वोट बैंक को पक्का करना चाहते हैं।
The Muslim quota war has become more fierce, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the BJP accusing the Congress and Opposition India Alliance of changing Baba Saheb Ambedkar's constitution for Muslim appeasement politics. Karnataka, the BJP claims, is only the trailer. If the opposition alliance wins elections, SC, ST, OBC quota will be given to Muslims. A charge that the opposition alliance is fiercely fighting back, insisting this is BJP's fear-mongering and an attempt to polarize the electorate in midst of polls. Joining me on the show, Ghanshyam Tiwari represents the Samajwadi Party. Tuhin Sinha is the spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Syed Asad Abbas is a political analyst. R.K. Upadhyay is a senior journalist joining us for perspective on these developments. And Tuhin Sinha, Lalu Yadav has issued a clarification. You heard it. He says quota not on the basis of religion. Why is the BJP up in arms against Lalu Yadav's statement, sir?
Gauravji, good evening everybody. The Honorable Prime Minister had asked some very specific and pointed questions to the Congress party with regard to Muslim reservation. And the answer, as you can see, has come from Lalu Yadav. In the morning when Lalu Yadav made that comment, he was very emphatic that the Constitution provides for reservation for the Muslim community. Of course, when he saw a belligerent counter-attack from Prime Minister Modi, he kind of got cold shoulder and he completely retracted from his statement. But just look at the track record of these people. Starting 2004, there has been a concerted attempt by the Congress party to bring in quota. First, they did it in Andhra Pradesh. Despite it being mired in litigation for many years, they promised it in their manifesto in 2009. In 2011, they tried to bring the communal violence bill, which we thwarted successfully. In 2013, they amended the Waqf Act to make it more draconian against the Hindu community. And on the eve of 2014 election, the Congress gave out 123 properties in Prime Delhi to the Waqf board. So, the track record speaks for themselves. As far as Samajwadi Party is concerned, since Ghanshyam, my friend Ghanshyam is over here, in 2012, on the eve of the 2012 assembly elections, they had promised 18% reservation for Muslims in Uttar Pradesh. Where would this have come from? In Bengal, 118 out of 169 communities in the OBC list belong to Muslims.
You've asked Ghanshyam Tiwari a direct question. Let me get Ghanshyam Tiwari to respond to that. Ghanshyam Tiwari, the BJP accuses, whether it's the Samajwadi Party, the RJD, the Congress, opposition India Alliance members, of Muslim appeasement politics. Lalu Yadav, you heard him say reservation to milna chahiye Musalmanon ko pura. BJP says this is the alliance agenda. Deny SC, ST, OBC their quota, give it to Muslims. Karnataka is the trailer. Full movie if the alliance is voted to power, sir.
Good evening, Gaurav, to you, the viewers and fellow co-panelists. There are three things that are important. Prime Minister is desperate. He's so desperate that he has engaged day after day in poisonous hate speech and dangerous propaganda. That propaganda has gone from him to his party. Election Commission, who is otherwise muted, has also taken notice. And we mentioned Karnataka. The first point is, in Karnataka, this dangerous agenda was just flagged down by the Election Commission. That poisonous video that was circulated by BJP Karnataka with full sanction of the Prime Minister, a desperate Prime Minister who wants this election to be on Hindu-Muslim hate. I want to support the Prime Minister on this. I want to say to your viewers that if you want to fill your heart with Hindu-Muslim hate, then go with the Prime Minister, his lies, his dangerous hate speech, and vote for BJP. But if you see across you massive unemployment, then understand why is the Prime Minister bordering in this dangerous hate speech. Because his party is accused of 80,000 crores as per media reports in last 10 years spending on BJP headquarters and campaigns, out of which 13,000 crores come as campaign money on their books. Chandalo Dhandalo model. The Prime Minister doesn't want people to talk about Chandalo Dhandalo model. Because he stands with Prajwal Revanna, he said that power to this monster will be power to me. The daughters of India are ready to boot out the Prime Minister. So he wants you to be distracted on Hindu-Muslim hate. Otherwise, you look at the manifesto of any political party. Every political party has said that first job to the youth is guaranteed, except BJP. Except BJP, which has a singular agenda of lies and Hindu-Muslim hate. Every other political party, which is India Alliance, is saying, as a youth, your first job is guaranteed. As a woman, you will get 1 lakh rupees. As a farmer, you will get MSP. As
Fair
a
enough, sir.
person who
You
wants
still haven't answered my direct
question and reservation.
My first, equal time to all guests, and that is exactly why I did not interrupt you thus far. But
reservation.
I did not interrupt you thus far, but you have not answered my direct question. You will talk about Nyay, but Lalu Yadav will talk about Musalmano ko pura quota milna chahiye. You haven't answered that question. R.K. Upadhyay, how should one read Lalu Yadav's statement? BJP says this is their intent. If voted to power, they will give pura ka pura reservation to Muslims. What does that indicate, sir? Merit in BJP saying this is robbing Peter to pay Paul. Take SC, ST, OBC quota and give it to Muslims for vote bank.
I think, Gaurav, the whole issue requires a rational debate without falling into either communal or emotional trap. Especially when you're talking about Karnataka, Karnataka has a history of over 100 years of reservation. In fact, it was during the reign of the Maharajas of Mysore that reservations were introduced, and that was on the basis of social and educational backwardness. There was no mention of any caste or communities. It was purely on the economic and social and educational backwardness. It was the Miller Commission which came up with a report in 1916 and 1921. Probably for the first time in the country, the reservation was introduced. And subsequently, Karnataka has had various commissions which have recommended reservations based on the backwardness. We had the Chinnapareddy Commission and so on and so forth. All of them have recognized, Muslims are also among the backwards. The communities that they belong to, though they're called Muslims, there are minor subsects within them. So they also have enjoyed, reservation at some time or the other. And it was in 1995 that when Mr. Deve Gowda, who's currently with the BJP, was the chief minister, he brought in specifically under 2B, Muslims. He called it quota for Muslims. 4% reservation was introduced. So since then, for almost 28 years, this reservation has been there, and it has been basically for education institutions and some jobs. But it was the Bommai government that in 2023, that is last year, when the assembly elections were there, they abolished it. And they abolished it and gave 2% each to Okkaligas and Lingayats, who already enjoy reservations up to 4 to 5%. This was the issue which went up to the High Court and then to the Supreme Court. And Supreme Court, in the Supreme Court, Bommai government gave an undertaking that they will not implement it until the issues resolved in the court. So the matter has been referred back to the High Court, and that is where it stands right now. I think, the whole issue, we have to look at it holistically. And Of course, as the BJP and others claim that the constitution very clearly says it is on the caste basis. It is not on the religion basis. So if it is not on the religion basis, how are you going to include people who are really backward, both educationally and socially, just because they belong to some other religion? So I think this whole issue will be discussed in the court, and we need to. I mean, this is a very, very important issue.
And Syed Asad Abbas, the BJP very clearly says Karnataka is the trailer. Muslims get 4% reservation out of OBC quota. 4% OBCs, according to the BJP, are being denied their due because Muslim castes, all Muslim castes in Karnataka have been included as OBCs. This, the BJP claims, is against the spirit of Baba Saheb Ambedkar's constitution.
Gaurav Sahab, I have some startling figures to show the duplicity and hypocrisy of the Bharatiya Janata Party. In Gujarat, under the 25 years rule of the Bharatiya Janata Party, even the times when Adarniya Narendra Modi ji was the Chief Minister of Gujarat, for 25 years, Muslims, 22 castes of Muslims absolutely enjoyed reservations under the same OBC quota that we speak about. Not just that, in Madhya Pradesh, even during Shivraj Singh Chauhan government and other governments, 20 years of BJP tenure, Muslim caste, 27 Muslim castes enjoyed the OBC reservation for 20 years. Assam, Manipur, including Uttar Pradesh, under Yogi ji's rule, 2 subcastes enjoy the OBC reservation. The fact is, hypocrisy ki bhi seema hoti hai Tuhin Sahab. When you speak that Congress is doing Muslim appeasement, why are you giving in Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh and your very own Gujarat? Aap kyun de rahe ho Musalmanon ko?
Okay, you've raised a pertinent point. Tuhin Sinha, respond to the points that have been made before I take it to the next aspect. Tuhin Sinha, quickly respond, sir.
There have been enormous anomalies in these OBC quotas. For example, in Bengal, out of 169 communities in the OBC list, 118 belong to the Muslim community. So look at the kind of anomaly which was there, because of which the entire matter today is sub judice. And Congress governments across the country have been resorting to something similar. When it comes to Gujarat, that in certain places we have not tampered with the existing reservation as we did in Gujarat, as we did in Karnataka last year, but we fundamentally stand against reservation based on religion. And a recent interview by Professor Dilip Mandal has made it very clear that that goes against the ethos of our constitution.
Okay, quickly, but
fair enough. Ghanshyam Tiwari, let me take this now to the other aspect. BJP says whether it's Lalu Yadav's statement on Pura reservation for Muslims or Congress giving reservation to Muslims out of OBC quota, or your party leader and senior leader Professor Ram Gopal Yadav saying Bekar hai mandir on the Ram temple at Ayodhya. All of this is aimed at Muslim appeasement. So you talk of Nyay Patra, but the subtext very clearly is Bekar hai mandir. BJP says Samajwadi Party ke liye Haj House theek hai, mandir bekar hai.
Dekhiye Gaurav, right from the beginning of this election, when every political party in India Alliance spoke about jobs, Prime Minister decided to speak about toxic hate speech. Without anybody asking.
Sir, my question to you is about Ram Gopal Yadav. My question to you is about Ram Gopal Yadav. Permit me. My first question to you was Lalu Yadav. You did not answer it. Fair enough. Those were your opening comments. My second question to you is about Ram Gopal Yadav saying Bekar hai mandir.
Your viewers are the judge. Please allow me to respond
to
my words.
But permit me to reiterate. My question to you is, Professor Ram Gopal Yadav says Bekar hai mandir. Go ahead, answer the way you want to.
Please respond. Allow me to respond. Parties published their manifesto. BJP mentioned Mr. Modi in their manifesto 67 times. Jobs 2 times. A party that de-recognizes the right of a youth to find jobs, offer jobs. A party that indulges in chandalo dhandalo, indulges in massive corruption.
Sir, you're repeating yourself. The same thing you said in your first answer, you are saying in your second answer. My viewers will decide, fair enough. But you are not answering my question on Lalu Yadav, Pura reservation Musalmanon ke liye, and you are not answering my question on Professor Ram Gopal Yadav saying Bekar hai mandir.
I'm responding.
No, you're not. You said the same thing in your first answer, you're saying the same thing in your second answer.
My answer is, I'll repeat my answer, which is the Prime Minister is desperately trying to steer the agenda on these points.
And why is Ram Gopal Yadav that desperate to be on the same pitch?
As Samajwadi Party spokesperson and India Alliance, our agenda is represented in our manifesto, which was misrepresented, turned into fake news by the Prime Minister himself.
Fair
he
enough.
used the India Alliance manifesto to indulge in hate speech. He used Dr. Manmohan Singh's message to indulge in hate speech because he desperately wants that. You are right in saying that.
Fair
that
enough.
we
What
don't-
about Ram Gopal? What about Ram Gopal Yadav saying bekar hai mandir for
I
Ram
agree with
temple
you.
at Ayodhya?
I agree with your assessment that we don't want to indulge in these topics because these topics are not important to the electorate of the country.
Then why
People
is
of
Ram
India-
Gopal Yadav saying it? Isn't he a very senior Samajwadi Party leader? Or is there a
I am saying as a
subtext?
spokesperson, I am
RK Yadav,
showing
let
as
me
a-
take this to
I am
RK
saying this
Upadhyay.
as a
Let me take this to
as
RK
a
Upadhyay.
spokesperson,
Let me take this to
agenda is
RK
clear in the
Upadhyay.
manifesto. No
BJP
other thing
says,
registers for the voters as an
BJP
agenda.
says, and let me once again take it to RK Upadhyay, the alliance, the India Alliance election winning formula is MY, Muslims and Yadavs. But Y has now become secondary to M, is the claim. How do you see a statement like Bekar Hai Mandir coming from a senior Samajwadi Party leader, or again, as the BJP claims, Rahul Gandhi staying away from temples? Is that a signal to the vote bank as is claimed?
No, Gaurav, I think the India Alliance, as we know, is not a homogeneous group. I mean, each one has its own agenda, and it is only the the power which has brought them together, or the hunger for power. And I don't see that there is any single thread in their arguments. Each one is saying something, and the other one contradicts it. And in their own states, they follow something else. So I don't think these people can be taken seriously. And Lalu Prasad Yadav saying something in the morning and then contradicting himself in the evening. And I don't think this position the Congress will agree, or even if they agree, they will put some other spin on it. So I don't think that the India Alliance can be taken seriously because they are not a homogeneous group.
However, how would you see a senior leader saying Bekar Hai Mandir for the Ram temple at Ayodhya? Sayyid Asad Abbas.
That is.
Sayyid
I think that sends out a very wrong signal to the country, because if a major political party,
Sayyid Asad Abbas, let him complete his point. I'm coming to you.
Gaurav, let me make my point clear. If a senior leader of a major political party in the country makes this kind of a statement, I think it sends out a very, very wrong signal to the country, and at least the party should disown his statement. So until then, I think the people have right to criticize this party's stand.
Gaurav sir, can I comment, please?
Yes, I want you to comment, because have you heard any leader, anyone saying Bekar hai any religious institution or religious place? Church, masjid, girja, gurdwara, mandir, anything, bekar hai. How easily in Bharat can any politician get away by saying bekar hai mandir? The BJP says this is the real dog whistle politics. BJP says Hajj House in Ghaziabad is good, Mughal Garden in Agra is good, Kabristan in every district is good, but Ram temple is bekar. How do you read this? How do you see the BJP's response?
Gaurav Saab, let me tell you, I have visited wonderful mandirs here, especially the Anjaneya temple here in Koramangala in Bangalore, and I have great respect. I personally take offense as an Indian Muslim. I think the leader of the Samajwadi Party must be condemned for his action, and Akhilesh Yadav ji should take a strict action that Lord Sri Ram, that Indians across the world celebrate and respect so much, he needs to take his words back and apologize unconditionally. Also a point, Gaurav Saab, the fact is, abhi aap election ka chunav ho raha hai, we are in phase 3 today. Who's doing Hindu-Muslim? Why is Modi ji, BJP leader, so rattled by the International Labour Organization report? 83% of the youth are unemployed today. Farmers agitating, youth are not happy, youth without jobs. Why are they so rattled that they are doing so much Hindu-Muslim? Mangal Sutra, infiltrators, Guspetiya, zyada bacche karne wale. And isn't it a lie? झूठ बोलो, बार-बार झूठ बोलो कि पूरी संपत्ति मुसलमानों को दे देंगे, तुम्हारा सब कुछ लूट के. Come on, yeah, my.
To respond both from the Samajwadi Party and from Sayyid Asad Abbas. It's the same point that's being made. One says the Prime Minister is desperate, the other says the BJP is rattled.
Ram Gopal Yadav's despicable comments today shows the extent to which the India Alliance can go for minority appeasement. I think ideally Ideally,
No,
Ghanshyam Tiwari
minority is
should
not
condemn.
appeased.
Please don't interfere.
Wrong on the
Have the
mandate.
courtesy.
You do not
Please don't
appease the
interfere.
minority,
You've had your
sir.
chance. This is not the way
Minority
the show is
respect Sri Ram.
conducted.
So that has nothing to do with minority appeasement.
No, that is not for you to decide. Are you a member of Samajwadi Party? Are you representing Samajwadi Party over here? Are you representing Samajwadi Party over here? Allow me to speak, please.
Get appeased if somebody says.
Gaurav, can you calm him down,
Okay,
please?
okay, one by one.
Gaurav,
One by one. Fair enough, Syed Asad Abbas. The BJP asks, are you the representative of the Samajwadi Party? If the representative of Samajwadi Party is not saying anything on Ram Gopal Yadav's comment, he's saying, why are you intervening? Let him complete his point.
Let me
complete your point.
why the comment of Ram Gopal Yadav was made for minority appeasement. You should not de-link it with other comments by fellow Samajwadi Party leaders. Since Shafirul Barq, the senior most MP, is no more, I don't want to talk much about it, but on the eve of Pran Pratishtha, do you remember what he said? That मैं उस दिन की प्रतीक्षा करूंगा जब यहाँ दोबारा बाबरी मस्जिद खड़ी होगी. S.T. Hassan has been talking about Sharia law at every given opportunity. This is what Samajwadi Party is today. And, ideally, Ghanshyam Tiwari should condemn these remarks unequivocally. And also, you must not de-link it with the statements of Vijay Wadettiwar in Maharashtra or of Charanjit Singh Channi in Punjab, because, by desperately whitewashing Pakistan's culpability in 26/11 and in the recent attack on Pooch, they are only and only resorting to the lowest form of minority appeasement. Since Ghanshyam Tiwari was repeatedly talking about the BJP manifesto, let me remind him that the BJP manifesto talks about Ayushman Bharat, extending Ayushman Bharat cover for everybody above the age of 70. It talks about Mudra loan. It talks about infrastructure creation. These are the things which we are talking about. But yes, we will expose your insidious intent on the issue of minority appeasement and on the proposed minority reservation which you people are planning to do.
Since you've raised a very specific point about Ghanshyam Tiwari, the representative of the Samajwadi Party, sir, you wanted to respond. Ghanshyam Tiwari.
मंदिर ऐसे नहीं बनते हैं. पुराने मंदिर देख लीजिए, दक्षिण में से लेकर उत्तर तक देख लीजिए, नक्शा ठीक नहीं है, उसका वास्तु के लिहाज से ठीक नहीं बनाया गया है. दिस इज आज तक वेबसाइट ऑन राम गोपाल यादव. गौरव, इंडिया टुडे इज अ रेस्पेक्टेड चैनल. डू आई एक्सपेक्ट फेक न्यूज फ्रॉम यू? डू आई एक्सपेक्ट हाफ बेक्ड न्यूज फ्रॉम यू? इट इज अ शेम that I have to sit here, quote Aaj Tak.
Sure, that's exactly what I quoted. I would request you to read out the full thing. Read out the full thing.
It is a shame that
did he say bekar hai mandir or not? Did he say it or did he not say it?
India Today.
Did he say it or did he not say it? I don't expect half truths from you.
It is a shame that
did he say it or did he not say it?
When the full statement is available for
did he say it or did he not say it? I leave it to you. If you've read that Aaj Tak piece, you would have read the headline also. Did you read the headline? Did you read the headline? Or are you going to quote it partially? But I will leave that to you. Because the BJP, Ghanshyam Tiwari asks, your alliance partner Congress, if the temple is bad, will locks be placed there once again like in 1949?
I can understand, Gaurav, a desperate prime minister lying through his teeth.
Fair enough, that is the point you've made.
But I don't expect...
Tuhin Sinha, the opposition accuses the BJP of dog whistle politics. Sonia Gandhi accuses the BJP of promoting hatred for political gains. This is the agenda that the opposition is accusing the BJP of.
Gaurav, there has never been a more insidious manifesto in India's history than the present Congress manifesto. If you read it, there is a specific reference that we will ensure equal opportunities to minorities in public works contracts. Can you imagine that the bullet train contracts of this country, the highway contracts of this country will be given on the basis of religion? And yet these people say that they are not resorting to minority politics. Are we not within our rights to educate the people and to expose the vile intent of the opposition? That is precisely what we are doing.
Can I counter that,
Gaurav? Has been the most progressive manifesto, and more than half the time of our speeches, of the Prime Minister, is dedicated to our manifesto. But yes, we will continue.
It now depends on the voters very clearly. Let the voters decide who is with the truth and who is indulging in what each party accuses the other of. To all my guests, many thanks for joining me. But two major strands, Muslim quota and temple, some of the big issues raging across this 2024 campaign. Now, former Congress leader Acharya Pramod Krishnam has stirred a hornet's nest. He's alleged that Rahul Gandhi actually wants to reverse the Ram Mandir order. Many within the Congress argued there could be nothing crazier than this, than what he's saying. But listen in.
A Congress spokeswoman who quit the party on Sunday, expelled from the party for disciplinary reasons in February after he criticized the Congress leadership for not attending the Pran Pratishtha in January. The two veterans accused their former party of taking an anti-Ram stance.
अयोध्या में जाके हमने रामलला के दर्शन करे और बहुत जब वहां से मैं वापस आई तो मैंने अपने घर के बाहर आके जय श्री राम का एक ध्वज लगा दिया। बस वो ध्वज लगाने की देरी थी कि आग लग गई और उसी समय से कांग्रेस पार्टी ने मेरे से नफरत करनी शुरू कर दी और वो तुरंत जब मैंने फोटो डाली, वीडियो डाले तो मेरे को लगातार डांट सुननी पड़ी और लगातार बोला गया कि इसको आपने क्यों किया, क्यों तुम राम मंदिर होके आई जब चुनाव सर पे है।
On his part, Acharya Pramod Krishnam claimed that Rahul Gandhi contemplated forming a committee to reverse the Ram Temple verdict if Congress came to power.
राम मंदिर बनना शुरू हुआ, उसके बाद राहुल गांधी जी ने अपने नजदीकी लोगों की एक बैठक में अमेरिका के रहने वाले अपने एक शुभचिंतक के कहने पर, इशारे पर, सलाह पर यह बात कही थी कि अगर हमारी सरकार बनती है तो हम सुपर पावर कमीशन बना करके राम मंदिर के फैसले को पलट देंगे। उन्होंने ये भी कहा था कि जब शाहवानों का फैसला बदला जा सकता है तो राम मंदिर का फैसला क्यों नहीं बदला जा सकता है।
With the BJP intensifying its Hindutva focus in its election campaign, allegations made by the two former Congress leaders provided the ruling party with fresh ammunition.
राहुल गांधी को इस बात की पुष्टि कर लेनी चाहिए कि कांग्रेस पार्टी में वो कौन कौन है जो उनकी पीठ पर छुरा भोंक चुके हैं और इस बार आतुर हैं कि अमेठी में उनको नीचा दिखाया जाए और रायबरेली में उनको हराया जाए। राहुल गांधी को अपनी ही पार्टी से खतरा है, ये जगजाहिर बात है।
Prime Minister Modi accused the opposition party of being hostile towards Ram devotees within its ranks.
तुष्टीकरण में डूबी कांग्रेस ने अयोध्या में राम मंदिर का बायकॉट कर दिया। कांग्रेस का कोई नेता अगर भक्ति भाव से राम मंदिर चला जाता है तो उसे पार्टी से निकाल दिया।
Inspired by the late designer's Chanel bridal gown. The beauty, the grace and the spirit of the moment were all on Alia's side on the first Monday of May in 2023. So yes, it's safe to say it literally took only 2 Met Gala appearances for Alia Bhatt to become this pro on the carpet when it comes to the theme, and we are frankly not even surprised.